You may be sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. In this video, we're going to be going over 3 reasons why you should quit your Big 4 accounting job and what you should do instead. So chances are, if you clicked on this video, you work at a Big 4 firm, whether that's MMP, Deloitte, PwC. I believe the 4th one is Grant Thornton, but don't quote me on that. Any one of those firms, if you're working at those, that's a Big 4 accounting firm, and you know exactly what I'm talking about when I bring these 3 topics up. So wasting no time, I'm gonna jump right into it. The number 1 reason why you should quit your Big 4 accounting job is the work-life balance. Okay? You know exactly what I mean. I don't know if you can see that, but work-life balance, okay? Work-life balance in Big 4 accounting sucks, no matter what position you are in. You're expected to work 40 hours minimum, at the very least, minimum 40 hours, which is an average work job, but still, minimum 40 hours. You're really expected to work 50, 60 plus hours every single week, and that's not even including busy season. During busy season, it's almost like a mandatory minimum 60 hours. So if you're in Big 4 accounting, I can almost guarantee you that work-life balance is out the door. And maybe for a good reason. Maybe you're trying to make partner, maybe you're trying to get the experience that you want to do other things. But overall, work-life balance in Big 4 accounting is non-existent, okay? It is only work. So that's what happens in Big 4 accounting. Reason number 2 why you need to quit your job in Big 4 accounting is you most likely are unappreciated. Okay? Anything you do is really unappreciated, especially if you're not a partner. If you're a junior associate, senior associate, manager, general manager, department manager, director, anything like that, you are probably underappreciated by your superiors. Now, what that means is when any kind of work that you do, no matter how creative you got with it, how quick you got it done, or anything like that, they just want it done, okay? Your bosses and your superiors just want the work done. They don't care if you just had a breakup with your boyfriend over the weekend or if you broke up with your girlfriend. They don't care if your family pet just passed away. They don't care if you had a family relative pass away. They will be understanding, but ultimately they don't care. What they care about is billables and getting the file done so that they can bill the client and move on to the next. That's what they care about in the industry. They're a business, they're there to make money, okay? So anything you do is unappreciated. Whether you work all weekend to reach a deadline, unappreciated. Whether you come up with a strategic or creative plan for this one file and it works way better than the last 20 years that they've been doing it, unappreciated. So reason number 2 is anything you do is unappreciated. Reason number 3, and I think this 3rd reason tops everything as to why you should quit your Big 4 accounting job, is you are underpaid. Underpaid hugely. Now, I don't know what the current numbers are today. I haven't looked at those stats for a couple of years now, but the last time I checked, I believe a beginner associate, 1st or 2nd year associate was $60,000 every year. How are you going to live on $60,000 every year? I guess you could if your work-life balance sucks. You're always living at the office. You could expense your food to work, so I guess that's a possibility. But I know that some departments and some firms don't even allow that. You need to buy your own food if you're working there. And yeah, underpaid, $60,000. How are you going to live off that? You know, like you're trying to build yourself up. You're trying to get a nice place, maybe a down payment, maybe pay for your car, at least a decent car. We're not even talking about a nice car, just a decent car. So $60,000, I believe, was the starting wage. So for $60,000, you're going to be unappreciated no matter what you do. Your work-life balance is shot. You have no work-life balance. You're always working. And even when you're not working, you're so dead and drained where you can't even enjoy your actual life, you know? So these 3 reasons are why you should quit your Big 4 accounting. Work-life balance is out the window. Your work is unappreciated in anything you do, and you're underpaid for all of that. So that's all pretty depressing. So what should we do instead, huh? Well, I'll tell you. What we should do instead is, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you work in Big Four accounting, you've acquired skills. You've acquired extremely important skills, actual life, actual valuable skills. Now, you might not think so, but the truth is you do. And what these skills can do is it will allow you to start your own business. Stretching it there, but you can start your own business, okay? Again, I don't know if you can read that, but that says start your own business. Now, with these skills, you are in such a perfect position, you may be sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. If you worked in Big Four accounting, chances are you know the basics, at least the basics of bookkeeping for corporations, maybe corporate tax returns, most likely personal tax returns, possibly payroll, possibly account receivables and account payables management, as well as a whole bunch of other skills within this whole department. Now, I don't know if you picked up on this or not, but every single one of these is a business. In fact, you could wrap all of this up as a business and make huge money. Now, why would you go into your own business and do the exact same service when you're already doing that? Obviously, you make more money. That's a given. But besides that, here's another reason. By the year 2030, there's a study done. 75% of the accounting firms today, those firm owners are going to be retired or just quit. So by 2030, basically in 5 years, 75% of your competition today is gone, out the window. Obviously, they're going to be replaced, but I can guarantee you it won't be replaced by that 75% margin. Okay? So if 75% is leaving, that's the perfect opportunity to get into a business that is unsaturated. Okay? Now, here's another stat for you. I believe there's something like 30 million. In fact, I'm going to write that down just so you have an idea. 30 million businesses. There are 30 million businesses in the US, okay? Every single business has to file a tax return. Every single business needs some type of bookkeeping. And guess what? Those 30 million businesses employ employees. They also have shareholders who all require a personal tax return, okay? So there's 30 million opportunities right there. This is the best part. There are only 87,000 accounting firms in the US. So 87,000 accounting firms to service 30 million businesses. And the best part, 87,000 accounting firms, by 2030, 75% are leaving. Okay? So, if you were to start your own business, do you think that you could get a little tiny percentage of this 30 million? Whether it's for corporate tax return, personal tax return, corporate bookkeeping, payroll, account receivables, payable, management. Do you think that there's something that you can kind of grab into and make more than $60,000? I think so. I think you can make 20 times what $60,000 pays. I think if you were to start your own accounting service business and you only dealt with corporations. Now, let's actually work the numbers out. If you started your own accounting service and you only did corporations, obviously depends on the size of the corporation, but let's say an average tax return for a corporation, let's say the average is $2,000. Okay? $2,000 for an average corporate tax return. If you want to make your $60,000, you only need 30. Do you think you could get 30 clients out of 30 million? I don't even know what percent that is. I think that's like 0.00003 whatever. Like the numbers are just so stupid. Let's say that you did it for half price. Let's say you undercut the market, which I don't recommend, but let's say you did. And you only charged 1,000 and you got double. You got 60 clients. I don't recommend doing that, but let's say you did. Well, there's your $60,000. And you work for yourself, you get to create your own hours, your clients appreciate the work that you do, and you've got room to grow, which you will, guaranteed. That is what you should do instead. That is much more appealing than seeing that underappreciated work, no work-life balance, and you're underpaid tremendously. Now, even if you don't work in Big Four accounting, you can still do this service. You could practice this service you could take courses and learn this service inside and out within a month. Give yourself 2 months. That is what you should be doing instead of working a Big Four accounting firm. Every single business in the US needs some kind of accounting. Like I said, corporate bookkeeping, tax return, personal tax return, payroll, the list goes on. So if you want to learn how to start your own accounting service business, then make sure to subscribe. Myself, I've started my own accounting firm and I've scaled it to over 6 figures in total revenue in under 12 months. And I can guarantee you it is the best decision that I've made, and it will be the best decision that you've made. So like I said, if you want to learn more on how to start your own accounting firm, then subscribe.